Aubrey Plaza opens up about losing her husband this year on Amy Poehler's Good Hang podcast. You're telling me her husband hanged himself and she went on a podcast called Good Hang to talk about it? Okay, what are we calling this body type in 2026? In Slovakia, it's Leopard 2A4 main battle tank. If you were able to design Pens 2.0, what would you change? It will go flaccid and retract into the pelvis if there are STD within 5 feet. Family gatherings are going to be awkward. Backshots sound like a cast iron pan. OP, what the duck is a permaniglit? I'm bulk and 5 feet 2. I can't grow. I'm permanently a small nig, an iglit, a permaniglit. Duck Christopher Columbus. They were refugees looking for a better life, bringing diversity and inclusion. Don't be a bigot. 500-pound woman sues rideshare company after being told she's too big. Female rapper Dank Dose has filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Lyft just a week after Lyft apologized to her after a driver denied her service because she was too big to fit in his car. She needed a Uber haul. Charges so bad, I genuinely had to perform a curse seal technique. Dude's making USB day ASAP. Boyfriend took me to get unders and he wanted to embarrass me, so he said real loud, I can't wait to rip these off with my teeth. And I replied with, seriously, you need to stop, you're my brother. I won. What do you remember most from your first Sex Ed class? I remember Mrs. de Blasio, the school secretary, telling us to never believe a guy who said he couldn't wear condoms because they were too small, and then she stretched one over her head like a ski mask as proof. I remember mine, when Mr. Andrews brought in a banana and said I'm gonna show you kids how to put a condom on. I got this banana here because I can't get hard on an empty stomach. Earth review. Takes 3 years to unlock voice chat. Tutorial takes 18 years. Banned at level 60 to 80. Can't respawn. Pay to win. Spawn killing is allowed in some servers. Bulk people should be off for Martin Luther King Day and still get paid. Right people should get Father's Day off. If we treated fat people the same as tall people, so how's the weather everywhere? Anthrosnakes meeting a non-anthrosnake. Wait, was that snakes? Snape. If you see a bulge in a conservative woman's pants, it's a gun. If you see a bulge in a liberal woman's pants, it's a pence. Either way, it's going in my mouth. Hey, a deer. Hey, scratch my balls please. Games. How much will it cost to unlock the rest of this tweet? Not to be mean, but the speech bubble is below your name. I know. First fight tomorrow. Any tips? I'm 5 feet 0, 85 pounds, and he's 6 feet 3, 230 pounds. Try to breathe when it goes in. Start praying lol bro. Drop your ex's justification for cheating in the comment section. The most bizarre one gets pinned. Let the audacity be heard. I didn't really, she was too tight and I couldn't get all the way in. There's a nig in the moon. There's a nig in the moon. So that's why my neighbor's dog is always barking at the moon. True story, my mom and dad were in a crowded elevator while my mom was very obviously pregnant to the point of bursting. I guess she looks at my dad and says, when are you going to tell your wife about me? My parents are happily married, she was just pranking him. My dad said it was the longest elevator ride of his life. Counter with, when are we gonna tell mom and dad? Hideous. She is heat. Heat. Are you blind? She looks like the Dobby had a kid with a spitter from Left 4 Dead. I wonder if there's any Spitterroll 34 out there. You'll remember when our grandmas used to make us nut before we went on dates, just to make sure we didn't have slacks. Granny told me if I'm ducking to close my eyes and think of her to slow it down. I bust instantly instead. We are getting Subway Surfers 2 before GTA 6. What's the difference? We'll be chased by a bulk guy. Today I discovered my husband has me in his phone as Jennifer Wordman. Could be worse. One of my identical twins has the other twin in his phone as spare parts. I do have Wi-Fi behind her name because my boss has the same first name and some inappropriate things were said. These two should be the final boss for John Wick Chapter 5. I'd literally forgive Ana de Armas for killing me. in the middle of the act. In fact, I'd thank her for killing me while she did it, while I told her how beautiful she was. I'm a simple man. Get a grip, man. Let's just cut to the chase here. I'd snack darts out of her ace hole and hold them in like barn ribs. A true redditor. Why is nobody talking about when Finn darted and tried covering it up? That sounds my size. Looks like she fell face first in my tackle box. I hear this one all the time. I wish people were more original. I'm ducking with you to do you. Rewatching this movie as a highly functioning alcoholic is incredible because you can tell his pain and frustrations are linked to alcohol, since I experience those pains practically every day. I'm a beginner alcoholic. Any tips? I started beating my wife recently and thought it was pretty neat. Do you think if you tame Raga, then you can just hang out and play video games with him? If you cracked him, do you think he would adapt to be more attractive according to your conscious desires, or would he adapt automatically to handle the impacts with sturdier bones and joints and thicker cushioning and moving along with the rhythm to reduce the impact and eventually gripping hard enough to squish it like a cucumber in an imploding submarine? I work with kids, and the amount of times I've had to take away tape from them because they keep putting it on their mouth or something is astounding. I've gotten to the point to where tape is literally banned from being touched by them. Even if they say it's for homework, I always say no, just use a glue stick, and I really have to emphasize that they have to use a glue stick, not liquid glue, because they'll play with liquid glue too, often putting it on their hands and the like. Me and my friends would always pretend that glue sticks were lipsticks and really gob it on before kissing each other on our arms, necks, cheeks, or other. We'd giggle. The glue would dry. Then we'd peel the glue kiss off one another and cross our arms and eat them together like soggy potato crisps. I swept the whole tube onto the dye and spread it around with my tongue. Good idea to take lots of pictures on your back, because this is the only position anyone's ever gonna watch you in. Alternate angle to Brian Brobby's. You can see his calf is fully 10 cell MRO. Now imagine it's the middle of the night. Eat magnesium northern from Christ. Edit. Destiny replaced brother with northern, and I think the universe wants to warm us. Just had a stroke reading this. National Park Terra Serbia. Oh man, brings the memories. 15 meters to the right is a place where my German friend was bitten by the snake and we had to go to the hospital. I bet no one expected this story. Mom died of dementia. Grandma died of dementia. Dad died of dementia. Granddad died of dementia. Me, I'm in danger. Oh, don't worry, you'll forget eventually. Energy drinks almost kill husband, leaving giant hole in skull while his wife is pregnant. That's a no-brainer. Dear Tim and Mobby, if I rape the person raping me in self-defense, can I be charged with rape? I don't know, Mobby. Let's find out. Dad, come back my son, I bought a car for you. Mom, come back my son, I cooked the food that you like. My sister, don't come back my bro, they saw your pack of cigarettes. I was half expecting the sister to say she was stuck or some shit. The cast of Ghostbusters visited a children's hospital in full costume. Dude, what the duck is happening in this picture? Spawn camping. People whose jobs require them to enter someone else's house, such as plumbers and electricians. What was the weirdest thing you've seen at a customer's house? My wife. What can you say during sex, but also at a family dinner? Can I have some more, Dad? Deep impact. My pregnant wife, we can't have sex. What about the baby? Me, he won't know. The baby. Early bottle feeding. Is there any comeback for this? Your nut is so small, when you put it inside a girl, her immune system fights it. Call my nut crown virus then, cause it killed your grandma. These school shooting jokes are getting old. The victims aren't. The more honey you are, the more likely you are to do things that you would otherwise find disgusting. My nut has led me to places I wouldn't go with a gun. Our aim is to erase all disabled people by December 2020. I heard a German painter had the same idea. Why are men only nice to you for 3 weeks lol? That's the end of the free trial. What the hell, this looks like my backyard. Our women cricketers are all set to travel to Karachi for the National High Performance Camp. At least make holes in the bags for them to breathe. Say something smart, Kowalski. I have said enough smart things. Now it's time for people in the comments. If an orphan with no siblings takes a selfie, it's a family photo. What is the single best pickup line? Damn girl, are you a toaster? Because I wanna take a bath with you. Michael Jackson simulator. Me comparing sizes with the newborns in the hospital. I lost. Mans looks like he had a fight with a printer and lost. Ah yes, when the time runs out, full service. Everyone calls me ugly because I'm disabled. Then stand up for yourself. Your mom and your partner swaps bodies, and you have to dang one to revert it. What do you choose, and why? Let me grab my shovel, and see who looks more fresh. Some people will gladly eat ace, but not the brown part of bananas. When bananas start moaning, they'll get their chance. People with junior in their name gotta live with the fact their mom has moaned their name before. Fun fact. If you were born with your feet first, you once wore your mother as a hat. Just make sure that cat doesn't fail his art school. My boyfriend has the same name as my brother. So when we duck and I scream his name, I remember my boyfriend. We'll be right back. I had sex with Freddy Fazbear. Now she pregnant. Oh my god. Aren't the 5 Nights at Freddy's and Roy's all dead children? What is a fate worse than dealt? Being skinned alive. Edit. Who the duck gave this a wholesome award? People who've had sex with celebrities. How was it? Great until they kicked me out of the wax museum. What can be said during sex as well as school? I'm about to shoot a load of children. Bruh. Also Nintendo. I would be surprised too if I saw a girl with a 14 inches ding dong. To undo a bad decision. Purchase a bad decision eraser available now at Walmart for $37.99. Usually, the guns at Walmart aren't that cheap. Would recommend this brand. The flavor explodes in your mouth. When you realize it's 2020 and tomorrow is night 11. Gonna take some popcorn and watch the news. What is most why the duck? Do you know that fact? If you need to hide a body, the best way to do it is to remove the hands and teeth to prevent identification. If they can't identify the body, they can't possibly link the victim to you, since they don't know who they are, and dispose of them elsewhere. You can also pour yogurt into the nose to help speed up the decomposition process, further preventing identification. If you must bury the body, make sure to bury them vertically, as aerial searches will look for disturbed ground about 6 feet or so long. Also, bury a dead animal about a foot on top of the dead body, so when cadaver dogs will alert, they will find the dead animal and the searchers will assume it was a false positive, then move on. Would you rather? Subscribe to Logan Paul, 13%. Die, 86%. I love democracy. So the choice is basically, become his support, or become his content. Grandma. Good at cleaning. Smells good. Makes you happy. Falls over in the shower. Shampoo. Good at cleaning. Smells good. Makes you happy. Falls over in the shower. I duck and died at falls in shower part. Grandma did too. Reply with a Thanos quote that can be used during sex. Is that sadness I sense in you, daughter? Why they clapping? The movie ain't finished yet. When her dad walks in her room, so you gotta go hide under her bed, and you find your homie hiding too, and the bed starts creaking harder. Gave my son the wrong backpack. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll have a blast. Dr. Disrespect stops live stream claiming someone shot at his house. Legit stream sniper. Boy, 5, takes cook went to school, says it makes him feel like Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. Why did the AK-47 cross the road? Because I brought the wrong backpack to school. Why is this tag for spoilers? Spoilers for tomorrow at school. When your wife gives birth to twins, but you remember that you ducked her only once, intensifies. I had the same issue with my cousin. She had quadruplets, and I only ducked her twice. He saw that he is actually the second biggest in class. Your username is how you commit a murder. How is the murder committed? I don't think you want me to go into detail on this one. How to get a girlfriend in the 4th grade. I tried it. I lost my teaching license and now I'm in jail. It's funny because he doesn't even have a nose. So what does he need the tissues for? How does blind people know when they finished to wipe their butt? The paper tastes different. What is your age and what advice would you give to someone younger by 10 years? 15. Don't go inside that right van. 55. Make sure that kid gets inside my right van. What is the weirdest place you've ever had sex? A cemetery. She was very quiet, so that helped. Freeze. I'm thirsty. I said freeze. I'm just getting a drink. The most unrealistic part of this scene is that the cop doesn't shoot him 17 times. Grab the nearest book, flip to page 69 and read the 7th word. That is how you die. What's the reason for doubt? Doubt. Well, yes, but actually yes. Germany found the Jew. What country and not nearly as bad as the media portrays it to be? Antarctica. The media makes out that it's very cold there, but that situation is improving. I'm having 99.3 kids. Oh my god. That's a thermometer. 99.3. What did she think the .3 was gonna be? In a wheelchair. Girl, you not a Pokemon. Technically humans are normal type Pokemon. What? Well, humans were stored in balls once, so there's some resemblance there. World leaders edited to look like children. What boy band is this LMRO? One dictation. Finding out stripe pair poles spin in place instead of stripe pairs around the poles is a grown-ups finding out Santa isn't real. Wait, what? Your mom never told you? My grandma's titanium hip after the cremation. Loot drop. If animals can talk, everybody would become vegan. I mean, humans can talk, but that doesn't stop me. Children don't get more disrespectful as they age, they just slowly feel that they are mature enough to express their own feelings and concerns. Why did you think about children in the shower? You have free Wi-Fi, but every hour you use it, one African kid starves to death. So it's just like regular Wi-Fi. Someone just ducking, drew Gandalf in a sway chair, no big deal. Or someone has the weirdest ace ever. Why is America bad at chess? Because they lost both towers. This joke is older than the priest that shoved his nut in me last week. Bulk women get over-sexualized. Brown women have the exact opposite experience. We are not sexualized at all. Amrid core. Me. Size. Also me. Unzips. Doing your duty to help fight inequality. Me playing Call of Duty during online class. My teacher on the enemy team. Then you realize you live in America, so you aren't playing on the computer. Waiting for the cook to stop scratching his balls so I can order my food. He's preparing the special sauce. Done or repet it. Billy, what have you done? I say racial slurs and call it dark humor. Then, I call people soft for getting offended. Shoot him again. My humor is so dark the cops started shooting. That's bulk humor. You can choose a superpower, but the first person to reply can choose a side effect. I'm bulk. It's the 1700s. What are your kids doing during social distancing? They're hanging out. How to crack every nut. Instructions unclear. I can no longer have children. My brother heard my parents having sex and had a complete breakdown while telling me about it. It's always rough to find out you're being cheated on. If she leaves you for another, there is always her mother. Master Uruguay. Jesus could turn water into wine. I can turn your mother into mine. Master Uruguay. Excuse me, what the duck? This robotic mouth chants algorithmically generated prayers. They wanted to preach prayers, but my plans are quite unholy. Last year, human Triphalia, having 3 pences, was reported for the first time in history. 2 more and you could wear a glove on them. What's your reason to keep living? If I kill myself, who will feed my dog? Probably still you, for a couple of days. Minister of Health Belgium. She ate the last minister. She ate all of the last ministers. She assimilated their souls. Or, it's a loving father. Never looked like an alcoholic again. Just gotta find an infant to hollow out. When Sweden is playing Denmark as, it is Sweden. The remaining letters not used are Denmark. Nigeria versus Germany is cooler. Hi, you may remember me from the alphabet. I'll end you, like I ended the alphabet. I don't care where this bus is going, but I want on. The meat factory. Wait, do they literally sell GPUs in the bulk market? Everything is sold on the bulk market. Not my kidney. Not yet. Breaking. Japan bans Oppenheimer. They have already seen the movie. My boyfriend repopulated a kidney stone into my hole. I'm keeping it there. Little catty pearl. Sometimes, I pray for God to take away my ability to read. My girlfriend lives over 200 miles away serving life in prison, and she just killed her cellmate. 3 guards broke out and held an Uber driver at gunpoint for a 4-hour drive just to come see me for an hour. If they wanna see you, they'll make the effort. LMRO what? American adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. Breaking. Missing millionaire crypto influencer Fernando Perez Algaba found dismembered in suitcase. Lots of crypto millionaires were killed this year. Surely this can't be a coincidence. It's a bit coincidence. Disappointed with board results. Student who attempted seaside beaten to dealt by parents. Modern problems need modern solutions. Award ho to Taudita. Blessed swing. If you take off the pants, you can ride him while riding him.